In a video a few weeks ago, I mentioned that we had recently been under a boil notice. The state came in and did some tests, and there was some weird bacteria in our water system, so they asked us to boil the water for a few days. It just kind of scared us a little bit. It's not something we're used to, but it really got me to thinking, like, even when they're not issuing a boil notice, is it safe just to drink water right out of the tap? Anyway, Epic Water Filters reached out to me and asked me if I would like to try one of their under sink filter systems. So I thought I would check it out. It says right off the bat, it reduces lead, fluoride, bacteria, pesticides, VOCs, giardia, microplastics, heavy metals, pharmaceuticals, chlorine, PFAS, and cryptosporium. I don't even know what that is, but it doesn't sound like something I want to drink. So, okay, we're going to take this and put it in. We'll go ahead and open it up. It comes with a few parts. There's the tubes in the manual. I guess the filter housing and the filter itself. So we'll have to get under the sink and put this all in. We'll do that in a little bit. And I ordered some water test strips off of Amazon. So we're going to test the water before we do the filter and after the filter and see what the difference is. Anyway, we'll be back in a minute. Remove the sump's bottom cap using the provided wrench and remove the filter cartridge from the sump. Remove the plastic packaging around the filter cartridge. Place the filter cartridge back into the sump, using the wrench to tightly resecure the sump's bottom cap. Turn the faucet on all the way to cold. Shut off your cold water valve. Wait until the water stops coming out of the faucet. Unscrew the existing braided hose from your cold water valve using an adjustable wrench. Wrap PTFE tape clockwise around the water valve. Thread on the cold water adapter. Wrap PTFE tape around the cold water adapter threads. Thread on the braided hose you removed earlier onto the cold water adapter. Insert the 1 foot long white tubing into the lower port of the cold water adapter. Insert the other side of this tube into the inlet of the leak shutoff valve. Attach the leak shutoff valve to the cabinet base. Use either the screws that are included or the double-sided tape. Insert one of the expanding pads into the leak shutoff valve. Insert the remaining white tubing into the outlet of the leak shutoff valve. Remove the protected top cap from the sump. Push up and twist the sump counterclockwise into the manifold. hot tip. Make sure the 2 red arrows are lined up. I didn't catch this the first time around, so I had to come back and redo it later. Insert the other end of the white tube from earlier into the manifold's inlet port. Insert the blue tube into the upper port of the cold water adapter. Insert the other end of the blue tube into the outlet port of the manifold. Install a screw about 14 inches above the cabinet space. And you can use this to hang the put the 4 blue collet clips onto the collets of the cold water adapter and the leak shutoff valve. Turn on your water and check for leaks. If you have any leaks, as I do, go ahead and tighten the area around the leaks to make sure the leaks are gone. Now turn on your faucet and let the cold water run for at least 5 minutes to flush out any possible debris in the system. All right, that was a really quick install. No issues at all other than me not getting one of the connections tightened up. Just had to do a little retightening there. But other than that, everything went perfect. Very easy to follow instructions. The only complicated part is just, fitting underneath the sink, but that's not that big of a deal. So I went ahead and opened the test strips. We're going to go ahead. I've got a glass of water here from before I did the filter, and I just poured one after we put the filter in. So I'm going to go ahead and do 2 test strips, and then we'll compare them and see what the difference is. Now, these don't do any kind of bacteria testing or anything like that. It's mostly chlorine, copper, lead, fluoride, bromine, alkalinity, carbonate, things like that. So yeah, there's a chance there won't be that much difference, but let's go ahead and check it out anyway. So you just stick it in here for 2 seconds. Don't shake it off. And we're going to set that one right here. And we're going to do another one for the after water. And we're going to put them in the same spot. The before will be on the left and the after is on the right. And now let's look at the differences. There's a drop in free chlorine. There's a drop in nitrate. The drop in MPS. A drop in total chlorine. And a drop in bromine. But some of the others still could be other. All right, there you go. We saw a few things that look cleaner with the filter already on. Excited to test this out and see how good it tastes over time. I think it's a really easy install. I'll leave a link in the description if you're interested in getting one for yourself. And I'll also put a link in the description for the testing strips I used if you're interested in those. Appreciate you guys watching.